All right, caught another episode of Space 1999. This would be the second episode of the second season, which was more or less a simple episode in a lot of ways, which is probably would have been their best bet. There's still some cheesiness in it, but all in all, because a lot of people refer to the second season as the worst of the two out of the series, and after the first one, I could see what they mean. But this one, basically, a fleet of missiles show up, and they, oh my God, what's going on? And they think they're under attack and all that. But it turns out the missiles are capsules containing frozen bodies of people. They're cryogenically frozen in there. And they kind of, gee, I wonder what this is about. Are they traveling or whatnot? And they take one aboard, and it's this guy in there. And they also get his girlfriend. And it turns out they're what the title of the episode is, The Exiles. Well, why were they exiled? Well, they say, oh, it was this cruel society that exiled them, and that they were treated badly, and now we need your help to save our people, because they're all frozen in those missiles. And gee, you can see where Into Darkness got their idea. Who knows? Maybe, probably, doesn't matter. Anyway, everybody just decides, let them have the run of the place and stuff, but not Koenig. Koenig's suspicious. So at one point he shoots the guy. He just walks in and shoots him with their they call them lasers. If it was a laser, it would have gone through. But maybe not, because see, the deal is about him and his girlfriend and all that is that they have this thin shielding around them that you can't quite see. That I guess was part of their cryogenic freezing or whatnot, but they can't be harmed. Now the blast did knock him out, but other than that, he was all right. But Koenig's initial instincts were true. They end up taking over and threatening people. They have psychic powers and all this sort of stuff. And they want to get revenge on the planet that exiled them. And it almost works, but because it turns out the reason they were exiled was because, well, they're a bunch of heartless psychopaths. And at first I figured, well, it must be they couldn't destroy them, I guess, because of the shielding they had or whatnot. So they just froze them and stuck them into space. But in the end, they're threatening Dr. Russell and all that. They've got her captured and trying to extort Koenig's obedience for them as they take revenge on their home planet. But eventually Russell scratches the guy in the face, and that tears through his supposed indestructible shielding. But as a result of doing that, he immediately begins to age. As long as he was wrapped up in his weird little shielding thing, he maintained his youthful self. He looked like he was in his early 20s or whatever. And without that, he began to rapidly age. Turns out he'd been floating around in that missile for a couple of centuries. So he just rotted right there in front of him, died. So, that's that. The Exiles will stay in their rockets, and I don't know what else they're going to do with them. So, guess Koenig can say, see, I was right. And that's about it. That's the deal. They just come across this weird society that this happened to them, and learn the hard way not to trust strangers that you pick up on the street. So all in all, despite the the cheesiness here, the outfits they had them in was like, I don't know, leotards or skating outfits. But that's what they had to work with, And that was about it. So I can't say it was all that bad. I mean, some of the shows I thought came across as stupid, but this one, it was pretty simple, and it was all right. They weren't all that intimidating as villains because they were basically just kids. But then again, if they had better actors, they can make them more intimidating. But kids can be scary and stuff like that. But anyway, they're drunk with power and all that, and they're just going to not respect the rights of individuals and all that sort of thing. The same old lessons you always get. But that's the case with these guys. So anyway, he rotted and collapsed on the floor. So good riddance, I guess they just got the janitor to come in, sweep him up, and dump him in whatever garbage dump they've got. That's it for that idiot. So anyway, there you go. Yeah, pretty straightforward and simple. The Exiles from Space, 1999.